Hello, everyone. I'm Reverend Richard Miner. I'm the Graduate Engagement Officer here at One Spirit Learning Alliance in New York City. And I'm here today with Reverend Andy Allis. Andy, say hello.
Hello.
It is so wonderful of you to join me and take time out of your schedule. I am very, very excited to introduce you to our larger community and find out a little bit about you. Can you tell me a little bit about yourself and what brought you to One Spirit?
Sure. Thanks, Richard. So let's see. I am originally from Pennsylvania, from Amish country, basically, although I'm not Amish. But I do have a rich heritage of ministers and missionaries and some Mennonite in my family. So church was pretty much the family business. Although I wanted to be a performer, not a minister, so I moved to New York City to pursue performing and to live as an openly gay man. And I didn't really take the faith of my childhood with me. Wasn't serving me at that time, so I was sort of spiritual but not religious. And then fast forward many years later, just a couple years ago, when my stepmom and my dad passed away unexpectedly, which sort of re-energized my questions about life after death and my faith. And I was also working with a therapist at the time on my career because I wasn't pursuing acting anymore. So he said, well, look up these three words, Google these three words, acting, therapy, and ministry, which I did. And this picture of this guy popped up named Tony Martin with a professional bio that said that he was a former actor, was a practicing therapist, and was an ordained interfaith minister. So I said, I got to talk to this guy. It sounds very interesting. So I reached out. Tony was very gracious, and we met, had coffee. And about an hour later, I was convinced to attend One Spirit. I applied, and about a month later, I was in and going. So
Well, that's an amazing story. Yeah. That happened so quickly. That really sounds like it was meant to be, like it was kismet.
I think so.
Well, tell me a little bit about your experiences in seminary. What were some of your favorite moments?
Oh, wow. I mean, there's so many, but one that will always stick out for me was when in the first year when we were studying indigenous traditions, and Frank Mnuchin, otherwise known as Generous Bear, came to speak on Native American traditions. And at the same time, I had been doing a lot of studying on gender, cultures that embrace gender and sexual variance all over the world, in Africa and South America, and in Native American traditions as well. And there's a term that some Native Americans use called two-spirit. So I asked Frank if he was familiar with that, and he said, absolutely. And he spoke very lovingly about two-spirit culture and about how sort of the LGBTQ of that time were sort of revered in many spiritual traditions. And me and my classmates were just weeping because it was so lovely. So I went up to Frank afterwards to thank him, and he said to me, just remember, you're made both male and female. You're made from the best stuff on earth, just like Snapple, which was adorable and also so lovely. And I just felt so seen and loved. That moment was really, really healing for me.
That's a great story. Thank you for sharing that with us. Frank is really a wonderful teacher, and he contributes so much to our community. We're so grateful to have him. I know that now you're doing some amazing things as well, that your ministry has gone in some unusual direction. Can you tell us a little bit about what you're doing and what's going on for you in ministry?
Sure. So one of the main things that I'm very excited about is something that you are familiar with, Richard. It's called, it's a gathering that we produce. I help to co-produce at One Spirit on the first Thursday of every month, called First Thursday's Divine Connection. And it's open to everyone in person and on Zoom. And it's usually from 7 to 8:30 on the Thursdays. And the basic setup is we have two presenters of practice. So we have two different practices that happen. We have a lot of quiet time, meditation. We have some sharing time. And it's a really wonderful, creative experience of the divine, whatever that looks like for you, and of building community. And I love doing that. So that's a big thing. And also, I'm just trying to say yes to what's ever coming my way. So I've had some really great things. I just did an inspirational talk this past Sunday. I am now a certified laughter yoga leader, which one of my classmates, Daniel Fictum, introduced as a spiritual practice. So I'm excited about that. And I'm going to be doing a wedding in April, and I'm going to be doing an improv workshop in February for a church. And so lots of different stuff going on.
Well, it sounds like you're having a really, really good time in ministry. And you are from the class on fire. So, well, and I've been to the first Thursdays, and I can say with absolute certainty that they are an amazing, amazing experience. And I hope everybody will join you. Now, the first Thursdays are available both in person and across the web via webinar. If you want some more information, you can go to our website and find it there, and you'll be able to register for it. And if you have any questions, you can reach out to us. Andy, do you have any parting thoughts you would like to share with our community?
Just that I feel so blessed and so fortunate to be part of this community. It's a wonderful community. I believe so much in what One Spirit is doing for the world, and I just look forward to continuing to help build.
Well, Andy, thank you again for joining me, and thank you so much for everything that you're contributing to our community and for everything that you're doing out in the world. I will look forward to seeing you very soon at One Spirit.
My pleasure, Richard. Thank you.
Thank you.